Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Emily and today we're doing my December TBR. I am filming this in like 3 separate parts, so I'm going to have some location changes throughout all of this, but I just wanted to hop on and say thank you so much to everyone who has been subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it so much. I think I'm like 25 away from my goal of 500 for this year, so I know I have quite a few people that aren't subscribed that do watch my videos, so if you could please just subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. It means the world to me that so many of you enjoy watching my videos and liking and commenting and just talking to me in general. I absolutely appreciate every single one of you. Anyway, we're going to get into it. I'm going to cut to a clip here that's going to go over all the points that I have for the month of November and my reading and everything. So you're going to see that here.
So excuse this part. I am precariously set up on my bed, so if the camera moves, I'm sorry. But I wanted to go over my TBR Tiles points for November. So, as you can see, for November we had 1 point for every physical book I read this month, and then if I didn't finish my TBR, I would be losing 5 points this month. So I had the prompt fan row, and I originally had House of Dragons, but I decided to use Assistant to the Villain for this. I had Goodreads Scroll, which I had Belladonna. I did read this. My priority TBR had the Hexologist, and I unfortunately did not get to that. Unique Magic, I originally put, I think, Mistborn or The Will of the Many, and I decided to put Iron Flame here. I thought this worked pretty well anyway. For Badass Female, I had Fourth Wing. I did read it. For Triad Chapter, Caraval and Assistant to the Villain were part of that, but I decided to have Caraval be this one, and I did read that. Some other books I read, I finished The Carol Haunt and Liars Like Us that I had started, I think, in October. I read The Vanishing Stair and The Hand on the Wall, and that completed that trilogy, so I'm really happy about that. So, I did not finish my TBR, which means when we go over here, it says, we're kind of going all over the place. So, we'll start from the top. So, books read, I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, I read 9 books, so I get 9 points. Did I finish the TBR? No, so I do not get any extra points for that. Did I finish the board? No. My monthly challenge was 1 point for every physical book read, so I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so I get 6 extra points. My punishment was -5 points if I didn't finish my TBR, so of course I did not finish my TBR, so gotta minus that. I guess I should put maybe plus signs for here. Okay, and I did already add this up. I read 3,743 points, which means I get 3 points. So if we're gonna add these up, I have 9 plus 3 is 12. We'll just add 1 since we'll take 5 out of the 6, so I get 1 extra point, so that's 13. So I got 13 total points this month, which kind of sucks. I feel like all the physical reading I did was for nothing because I didn't get to the Hexologist, but that's okay. I ended up having a lot of doctor's appointments at the end of the month, and I did kind of reach a slump at some point, but I did read 9 books, so I'm happy about it. And I almost completed my TBR, so it wasn't like I had like a whole bunch of books I didn't finish. I just didn't finish 1, but I still got 13 points. So this means that I get to add 13 new gems to the cauldron. So let me just get a whole bunch of this little pouch. Set them here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'll put these ones back over here. So I should have 33 now because I got the 30 originally for turning 30 this month on the 24th. So now I have 33, and then whatever I get for this month in December, I will add that to that, and I will be starting off my year with a ton of gems to get books, but remember each book cost 3 points. So that is how this month went. I'm really excited to have these cute like little point cards that I made. They're not the best, but I really like them and they do the job. We did cross out here, I forgot to mention, because we're not counting the books bought or whatever this month and for November and December. So that's why those are crossed off. But this is essentially, let me get this out of the way. But this is essentially what this looks like. And then this is how I'm going to be doing it to keep track of everything. So I like the way I'm doing this. It works, and that's just how it is. So hopefully everything made sense. And yeah, so I guess back to present Emily.
So before we jump into December's game, I do want to say a quick reminder that if any of you have not watched my digital TBR, my unread digital TBR that I recently posted, I'm going to leave it linked down below. If you go down and watch it, you will see all the books unread that are on my digital TBR, obviously. So if you go and click on that video and watch it, you can maybe leave me some comments letting me know any books you would like me to get to sooner rather than later. It really helps me for when I have the opportunity on my game to pick out books that you guys want me to read. And I already have a bunch in this jar from people that have already commented. I think that there's like mainly 2 people. I have yet to add in the 3rd person who has left a comment because I'm waiting to fill up a whole page so then I can print them all out. So please go and do that if you haven't yet. It really means a lot to me. Now we are going to get into the game, so let's get right into it. Okay, so we're trying a different setup. We're in my room. I've got everything out. I have my playing piece here, and I also wanted to try using an 8-sided dice this time, just because this is like my last month of like a trial run for this. So we're going to try out a D8 die and see if that helps, because we really didn't go very far last time, and I kind of don't want it to take like all year to get to the end. So we're going to try using this. I do have my little cat marker here that I'm going to remove, put them over here, and put the playing piece here because that's where we left off last month. I do have my priority TBR jar here, and I have my, these are all the comments from my digital TBR. These are the books people have picked that they would rather me read sooner than later. So if I land on, what is it, the planchette, I will pick something from here and hopefully read it that month. So if you'd like to comment on that video, I will leave it linked down below. You can leave a bunch of books in a comment, or you can leave a bunch of comments with just one book, whatever you want. But I just typed up the comments how they were exactly, then I printed them out and cut them out, so they're there. And before we start rolling, I have to pick my monthly challenge and my punishment. So if I don't finish my TBR, then this punishment will be enacted points wise. So we're going to start off with the monthly challenge, because it's always nice to start off with something positive. So what's it going to be? 5 points for every book over 500 pages read this month. Okay, looks like I'm going to be trying to read a bunch of big books to get some extra points. Okay, we got the punishment. I hope it's not too bad. I'm hoping for something good. Okay, roll a die to see how many points you lose this month. So I'm just going to roll this D8 die and we'll see how many I lose. Hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, and it's pretty rough. So I will lose 7 points this month if I don't complete my TBR, and I'm hoping that I can finish my TBR because I don't want to lose 7 points. So that's my monthly challenge and my punishment. If I don't finish my TBR, I'm going to set those right over there. And I'm going to put this back on here. Set that there. Okay, so first I want to talk about our monthly challenge, and that is, let's see. I hate that this isn't like focusing. Okay, well, nothing I do helps you see that clearer. I am so sorry, but it says 5 points for every book over 500 pages read this month. I'm not sure how many books I'm going to be reading that are over 500 pages, so I'm not sure how well this is going to go for me, but we will still try. And then the punishment if I don't finish my TBR is roll a die to see how many points you lose this month, and I rolled the die, and if I do not complete my TBR in the month of December, I will be losing 7 points, which is 2 more than last month, and I am not here for that. Like, so, you know, I'm hoping that we don't have any problems and I can just fly through my December TBR and not lose any more points.
We are gonna do roll number 1. So I hope you can see everything. So we have our first roll is 3. So 1, 2, 3, that gets us a tooth, which is a prompt. So we're gonna get the prompt cards and do a little shuffle here, and then I guess we'll pull from the top and hope for something good. A cozy read. I have a couple ideas for books that I could use for this, so let me think about it.
Okay, so roll number 1 landed us on a prompt, and for that we got cozy. So for this one I have 2 options I've been thinking of. So I have Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. I have not read this one yet. I think the hype has gotten to me. I also am not sure if I'm in the mood for like a very slow fantasy. And then the other one is what is it? It's A Dead and Stormy Night, I think it's called. And this one's like a fantasy romance kind of thing, and it has to deal with this bookshop, and this girl somehow has these like main male characters coming out of books, and they're like love interests, and then she like falls in love with them. So I think it's a reverse harem, but it also sounds like it has some kind of like mystery to it too. So between those 2, I have the audiobook for the one, but I don't have it for Legends and Lattes. So those are the 2 I'm gonna hopefully get to. If not, then maybe I'll find something else. But that was prompt number 1.
Roll number 2 gets us a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a cauldron, and the cauldron is my priority TBR jar. So let's see what I pull out of here. There's some in here that I'm not in the mood to read. What was that? This one says Clown in a Cornfield, but I already read that, so let's pick something else. I'm scared. The Society for Soulless Girls. Okay, this is like a dark academia one, so I guess I'll be giving that one a try.
Okay, roll number 2 landed us on the priority TBR jar, and I did pull out, God, this is annoying, The Society of Soulless Girls. This one's like a dark academia one. I have heard mixed things about it, so I'm hoping I like it. I'm not really sure that I'm in the mood for dark academia right now, but I'm gonna give it a chance and hope that it works out.
Roll number 3, we get a 5. Let's see which way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I landed on a ghost, and that is a genre, and we passed the first spider web, so I can't land on it and go back to the beginning anymore, so that's good. But let's see what my genre is gonna be. I hope it's a good one, because there's a couple in here that I really don't want right now, so wish me luck. Let's see. Fantasy. Okay, that's great. I can work with that.
Next, I landed on a genre, and for that, I got fantasy, and this one was really easy. I have a series that I read the first book earlier, and then I never continued on with the rest of the trilogy, but I really want to before the year ends, so I'm going to be putting The Beast Hunters by Christopher Lende in here. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. If not, I'm so sorry. But I want to read all 3 of those books this month, so I'm adding that one to the TBR so that it's on it.
Roll number 4 is a 3. 1, 2, 3. Another cauldron. That's another priority TBR jar pick. So let's see. Okay. The Serpent and the Wings of Night. This one is very high up on my TBR, but I'm also intimidated by it because I hear so much hype about it, so I'm a little worried, but I'm excited for it. So I hope I can get to this one this month.
Next, we got another priority TBR jar pick, and that is The Serpent and the Wings of Night. And this one was on my October TBR, I think. Maybe, I could be wrong, but I didn't get to it. This one's very highly anticipated. Everyone loves this series, and I am just very intimidated by it because everyone loves this series, but I am also thinking that I'm going to love it. And I'm not sure, but I think the 2 books are over 500 pages, so maybe that could work out in my favor. But we will see. But I really enjoyed the first book, Daughter of No Worlds, by this author. I liked the writing and the characters and everything, so I have very high hopes for this series. It's just getting myself to jump over the hurdle that is the intimidation of this book series. Okay, and now what I hope is my fifth and final roll. Hopefully I don't get anything else. What do we not want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we don't want an 8. Okay, we got a 3. 1, 2, 3. We got an eyeball, and the eyeball is a trope. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle. Maybe. If I can get it in there. All right, let's see what I'll be picking. Scary Woods. Ooh. What could I pick for Scary Woods? This one's gonna be a little harder. Like, I have some ideas, but I feel like they're more like summery vibes, and that's not what I'm looking for. So I'm trying to think if there's any. Ooh, I do actually have one. Okay, I think I have one that could work, and I think it's kind of wintry, and I think it's a creature feature. Okay, so this one's not so bad now that I think about it. Okay, so that's the last one we're picking. So I'm going to get my sticky kitty, and I'm going to move that and mark us where we're at, and that's the end of this TBR game. And finally, with the fifth and final roll, thank goodness, I got a trope, and that was Scary Woods. This one I immediately thought of a couple of different books because I've been wanting to do a creature feature vlog, but it just doesn't feel like the right time to do it. And then I was made aware of another book that I have, and it has some creepy woods vibes, sort of, in a thrilling way, and that is Dead of Winter by Darcy Coates. I read The Carol Haunt recently by Darcy Coates, and I really enjoyed it. And this one's set in the winter, so it's like perfect for, you know, the wintry time, and it has to deal with these people getting picked off one by one in the wilderness as they're like hiking or whatever in the woods trying to get somewhere. And so I felt this fit perfectly for this prompt, so we're going with it. So that was everything that I needed to have on this TBR. I do have a few other books that I wanted to mention. I have the rest of the Caraval series, so I have Legendary and Finale that I'm getting from the library soon as audiobooks, so I'd like to finish those. I have the Box in the Woods and the 9 Liars by Maureen Johnson. That would help me catch up with that series. And I have Never Lie Out by Frida McFadden from Audible, or from audiobook from the library. So I have a couple of things from the library that I need to read, and I'm hoping to add those on because I will definitely be needing a lot of audiobooks because I have a lot of things I need to be doing with my hands, and it's not including a lot of reading. So I also have another fantasy romance that I really want to read because it's like, it kind of gives me like wintry vibes, and that's Ledge, and I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I really want to give it a try. I don't know why, but this one's just been like in my radar for like mood reading. And then I also have, Tempt Me by the Devil or something. Like, I'll put a picture here, but I recently got this one and I enjoyed Michelle Hurd's other series that I read this year. And so I really want to read more from her. And this is like, I believe you can be read as a standalone mafia romance. So I'm like really interested in reading this one too. Like, I'm kind of just feeling some romance right now. So yeah, those are all the books that are on my radar for the month of December. December is usually one of my least low reading months. I think the highest I've read before in December is like 4 to 7. And that's not good for me. So I'm hoping, I know I'm gonna hopefully, fingers crossed, make it to 150 books read this year, because I'm at like 146, which is way more than I've ever read. And so I'm really proud of myself. And I am hoping that all these books on my TBR are going to be great 5-star reads, like finger crossed, hoping so badly. But I think that's everything I needed to talk to you guys about. I guess I better get reading if I want to finish. I think I have like 20 something books that I really want to get to this month, so I need to get reading. So hopefully everything goes the way I want it to, and I don't have any problems. I can complete this TBR. So thank you for watching this video. Like it down below if you liked it. Comment down below letting me know how your end of the year is going, and if you're almost caught up on your goals for the number of books you want to read, if you have a goal, and subscribe if you want to. I would greatly appreciate it. And until next time, I will see you guys again soon. Bye.